Hello to YouTube chatters on the stream, and hello to YouTube viewers on the video. We're going to be watching some true crime today, as we tend to do. These are videos from my Discord. So if you haven't already joined the Discord, you can go to the React suggestions and shove some videos my way. It can be true crime or non.
Farting really loud.
That person's farting, and we like to watch fun stuff on stream. So if you're a YouTuber in any way, feel free to join the Discord. Feel free to come over to Twitch. We stream all of these reactions. That way, chat has a fun time watching. So don't forget to do that. If you're somebody watching the videos, if you're somebody watching the YouTube stream, also make sure to hop on over to the Twitch channel if you want to watch and have a better experience in terms of chat and being able to communicate with me better, etc. Totally up to you. My chat does a pretty decent job, I think. And then, yeah, obviously, if you're a stream watcher, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel just so you don't miss out on anything. The first video we're going to watch today is by Stay Awake Crime and Psychology, something we're sub to. We know this channel. We like this channel. It's called The Moment She Realized Her Life Was Over. I'm sure this is going to be a sizzler. I have no idea what it's about. I could describe it to you, but I would be lying. It's going to be true crime, and that's what we're going to watch. And maybe some other stuff.
Police department, Forceman Police Department.
The car is missing.
Oh no!
Yes.
I didn't kill him. No, I didn't do nothing like that.
Fort Smith,
I'm not a killer.
Arkansas
I'm so
mentioned?
far from a killer out there. I'm just a drug addict. That's it.
We had a young man across the street from us that lives in a duplex, and there is an elderly man that lives next door to him. He has not seen him in 2 days, and his car is not there. And the man that lives there that he's concerned about, his name is Bill DuBois.
This call was received on July 11th, 2019 to report retired teacher and Army veteran William Bill DuBois missing. He and his red 2013 Ford Focus had been MIA for 2 days. Officers quickly arrived at Bill's home in Fort Smith, Arkansas. They first spoke with Bill's neighbor, who lives in the other apartment of the duplex.
Hello. Good. Him? He's not answering?
Not answering, but I was laying in my bed the other night, and I can't remember what time it was. I heard something fall.
Does he have a car?
Yeah, a car, but
I don't think
Where's his car?
his car's been gone for 2 or 3 days.
Well, maybe he's gone. Okay.
He would told us.
Okay.
He would told us.
Okay.
Oh, so
What kind of car does he drive?
Okay, they said duplex, so he's literally, they share a wall.
Do you know what position his bedroom is at?
Back that way. I
Okay.
think.
I'll come back and talk to you in just a second, okay?
After knocking on Bill's door and getting no response, they tried to look through the side window. While by the window, they noticed something peculiar.
A window AC unit?
Oh, I'm getting it. Right here. I know that smell.
Oh,
The smell of decomposition was coming through the air conditioning unit, and with that, the concern for Bill's well-being instantly increased.
That's
The front
probable cause
and
right there.
back door were locked, leaving police with no access to the unit. And from what they could tell, there were no apparent signs of a forced entry. At this point, the officer's main objective was to contact Bill to assure his safety. So they went back to the neighbor to ask if he had Bill's contact information.
Can we see if we have a possible number for the subject I'm trying to locate? Try to make contact. Okay, I'm just gonna get your information. Do you have his cell phone number?
I don't got it. I don't got it. So I thought I did have
What's his name?
Bill. That's all I know is Bill. That's all I called him.
You said Du Bois. The call note said Du Bois.
It might be that they know him better than I do.
Oh, they do?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he goes over there and talks to them.
Okay.
All the time and like that.
Bill would sometimes go to the store across the street and speak with the women who worked there. So that was the next logical destination.
Yeah, it's hot, so. Yes. Okay, so the neighbor over there says that that man sometimes comes over and talks with y'all?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it a regular thing that he comes over?
Well, not a regular thing, but we chase with us.
When's the last time you saw him or his car?
She just said. I have not seen it probably 2 days, but
That's what he's saying.
I'm not sure when the last time that I know it's 2 days that it has not
Okay.
been there.
There's some cause for concern.
After speaking with the ladies, the officers contacted Bill's property manager, who had a key and was able to let them into the residence. Inside, the smell of decomposition was much stronger. The apartment had been ransacked, and his valuables, including 2 sets of TVs, his gold lieutenant bar, wallet, and other items were missing.
And there's no TV in the living room. All the cable boxes, there's no TV.
Maybe his door was unlocked.
Bill's dead body was discovered lying on the floor in the bathroom. Strangely, officers noticed blood spatter on the walls outside of that room.
Is that splatter on the door frame?
What?
Is that splatter on the door frame?
Yes, like
Okay.
there's stuff right there.
Oh, wow.
First responders examined Bill's body.
I don't like when channels do captions sometimes, because it's either sometimes I have captions or I leave them on and there's double captions, which can be annoying.
And determined that he had died by severe blunt force trauma to the head, with at least 27 points of impact. Inside his hands
Damn.
were clumps of human hair. The blood around his body was
Uh-oh.
swabbed, and the hair on his hands was collected for DNA testing.
Oh,
Bill's
that's a
body
guilty
was sent to an
verdict, easy.
Arkansas State crime lab for an autopsy to be completed. At this point, Bill's son, Andy Du Bois, arrived on the scene to speak with the authorities.
Well, it's definitely not his hair.
That's his son. That's his son.
Sorry.
That's his son.
Dad
Yeah.
said like strokes and everything.
10-4.
There's
Every
little,
unit out here.
Black box in the tractor, yeah.
To provide important context, Andy's mother, Susan Du Bois, had been married to Bill for 44 years. The couple lived in separate homes, but continued to support each other. Part of this support included taking care of Bill after a recent stroke that limited his cognitive function. As a result of this, Bill began showing signs of confusion while driving. So, to prevent him from getting lost, Susan planted a tracking device in his car and was able to locate his vehicle remotely. This was pivotal to the investigation,
Goat.
and authorities wasted no time in asking Susan to help track Bill.
Hi, Miss Susan. I'm Officer Hendricks. I'm sorry meeting you under these circumstances.
I know you.
know me?
I've seen you in Northside games.
I have been there. I can tell by the way you're acting that you've already been notified, okay? First of all, we're very sorry for your loss, okay? You want to sit down for a minute?
No, I'm fine.
Okay, all right, okay.
It might be better on your legs.
Yeah.
I just
Let's have a seat.
experiencing
Yeah.
that.
We don't want to leave any stone unturned. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm a retired nurse, so
Okay.
he
But-
had a heart condition
Right.
and strokes.
And he could have fell and hit his head, but there's some blood there that we're concerned about. Does that make sense?
He probably fell.
Okay.
He
And now,
was acting
our-
so strange
Here-
Saturday.
He was acting strange Saturday? Okay. Here's our biggest issue we have right now. The car is missing.
Beep, beep. You might be curious as to why they're not acknowledging to anybody the 27 blunt force trauma hits to the head. And it's to keep people in the dark, not because they don't, well, in a way, because they don't trust them. Because, as we've talked about before, everyone's a suspect, especially close family members. Yeah, exactly. So it's tactful for the police to sort of leave out as much information as possible. That way, if one of these people are the suspect, you can move captions. That's not my point. My point is, here's captions from the video, here's captions from YouTube. But if I take these away, eventually the narrator will talk, we'll go to here, and there isn't captions from the video, just YouTube. which is fine. But then we go to stuff like this where there is both. And it's like, how do I, as a viewer, handle that? It's really difficult as a viewer to like I either have to have captions only when they provide them, or just two captions. They just overlap and get like, you know.
Her phone, right here. Please, need your finger, or your, it said fingerprint.
Can you move the captions? That doesn't change. Like, I can move them up here, but that doesn't change that, like, there's still two. You guys are not focusing on what I'm actually complaining about.
Susan just handed the officers her cell phone
look,
with
now,
a map
now
that
the video's
indicated
captions are
exactly
gone.
where Bill's Ford Focus was now parked.
So, like,
detectives immediately kicked into overdrive and rushed to this location. While on their way, another officer reviewed the vehicle's navigation history. This history told investigators that the car left Bill's residence around 4:30 a.m. on Wednesday morning, traveling at 93 miles per hour. Whoever took it had driven all over Fort Smith and even towards Clarksville, which was nearly an hour away. But they made their way back to Fort Smith, and the vehicle was now located at the 4400 block of Armour Street, about 10 minutes away from Bill's house. This address is a common dwelling residence that consists of multiple tenants. It is well known to locals as a trap house where drugs and other types of trafficking take place. Police were once again in an immediate pursuit to track down the car. Upon arrival, they instantly spotted Bill's red Ford Focus. They now knew that they were in the right place, so they started questioning some residents. Right away, they were advised that the person in possession of Bill's car was 21-year-old mother of two, Taylor Elkins. Taylor was inside the trap house, so she was quickly apprehended and placed in the back of the cop car.
How many of y'all know this girl?
Here we go. Like, I can't dictate where he puts them, and he's constantly changing where he puts them, so I can't put this somewhere and keep it consistently out of the way.
Hey, what date of birth did you get for the Taylor Elkins? Except for it's a female, I got the DL number for you.
Law enforcement did a background check on
Now they're
Taylor,
gone.
and it turns out she had a long list of petty misdemeanors, but no history of violence. Officers attempted to hold an informal interview on the scene, but Taylor was difficult to talk to. It was later confirmed that Taylor was high on multiple substances during this interview.
Where'd you get the car?
No, I already told him.
You told me.
Boardwalk, it's just like a friend. I said, a friend let me park.
Who's the friend?
His name's Sean, that was last name.
White or black?
He's white.
Where'd you put the keys to the car?
I told him.
Well, you told him, not me.
Oh my goodness, I just told you when I was going back to where I was trying to leave.
Okay.
So, I was trying to leave, but
Apparently, the keys had fallen out of Taylor's pocket, so the police entered the house to look for them.
Clear over there. Yep. Not in the couch, but bedroom to your left. Police department.
Considering the violent nature of Bill's death, officers were extremely cautious, thoroughly clearing the house of any threats while searching for the keys.
Right here. Got a door to our left. Ready? Police department, Forceman Police Department. When we find you, show us your hand.
Anybody in here? Come out. Show me your hands. Forceman, please. Last opportunity.
Eventually, the keys were found and Bill's vehicle was searched. It was then transported to the police department for evidence. Taylor was arrested and charged for theft by receiving. She was held at the Sebastian County Detention Center. On July 15th, 2019, Taylor was brought into the interrogation room for questioning, led by Detective Jeff Taylor, who we'll call Detective Jeff to avoid confusion.
How can you tell she's high as a kite? Well, they said so. But also she was like half coherent that whole time and not sticking to the same thing. Also, that's such a non charge. What does theft by receiving mean? It means that they knew the item was stolen and took it, essentially. Because obviously, like, you can't get charged for taking an item that you didn't know was theft. But, I mean, it's somebody's fucking car. I mean, you know. So, it's not often used. To be fair, it's likely they likely charged her with that so they could arrest her and question her, because the number one priority was finding his car, and she was the one in possession of it. He's dead. Pretty good idea that she might be involved somehow. So let's get her to be stuck in jail so we can talk to her more and see if we can get something out of that.
Consider. Do we can go?
I mean, they could have brought her in for like probably drug charges or something too, but you know. What's with this colorful ass soundproofing? Is police department a YouTuber?
Your tissue. Just by seeing your action right now makes me know that you're a decent person. You have a heart. You have a soul, and you're hurting right now, and it's obvious, and it's understandable. You're a young girl. You're 21 years old, fixing to turn 22.
God,
now look at you
so
here.
Arkansas.
I've got a daughter that's 21. She'll be 22.
Such an Arkansas.
You guys are almost the same age.
After showing some sympathy, Taylor
Fixin'.
begins to calm down, making it easier
You're
to
a
ask
good
the
person.
harder questions.
You're
How
fixing
did
to
you
be
get his car?
22.
You told me he gave you his car.
Very like
And what
this
time did he let
area.
you borrow it?
Fort Smith's like maybe an hour from my house, by the way.
Taylor then divulged Sean's address.
Actually,
but when police inquired with the building manager
maybe
at
more.
that location, they said that they did not have a tenant under that name. Detective Jeff then quickly confronted her.
And one time, let's wipe everything clear. Let's wipe everything clear that you told us in the past, okay? Let's start over. The lies of who you got the car for.
Hasn't she already been arrested? Widow, hasn't she been arrested already? It kind of implied at the start of the interrogation that she was there over the weekend, because he asked how her weekend was and she said I was in jail. So they probably already like charged her with theft by possession or whatever the fuck they said. Already gone. Somebody gifted 5 subs earlier, by the way. I totally did not notice that. Thank you, that random autist. Plenty of those in this chat. So thank you for those 5 subs as well. Lots of new primes and everything too. So thank you guys. I guess since we're pausing in the meantime, I'll just slap some more calls to action. So if you're watching on YouTube right now, if you're on the YouTube live stream, you can chat and hang out with my actual Twitch chat community over here. Gladly take your Prime sub so you can have an ad-free experience, having a good time. No ads will play if you're subbed to the channel, and you'll be a part of the freaks and all sorts of jazz. And then this is, you know, if you guys have cool videos, send them to my Discord. Go to Discord. Go to the React Suggestions of Discord. Throw some videos on there. We love good videos. So yes. There's a new Prime sub. Big. It worked. That's how you get the money.
Let's put that behind us. Okay?
Anyway, yeah, I'm pretty sure she got charged and kept over the weekend to let her
Let's just
like
wipe your
marinate a
slate
bit.
clean.
So that's probably why she's in a
And for one
orange
time,
suit
do
already.
the right thing and tell us what you want to tell us. Tell us what you really know. So then do me a favor. Let's start from that Tuesday evening when all
Another
this
Prime
started.
sub, holy fuck.
Where'd you go?
Huge.
Casino.
And what'd you do as soon as you got to the casino?
Play.
What else you did at the casino?
Ate, I guess.
What else did you do?
I was in last night.
A widow gambler.
She stated that she had gone to the casino on Tuesday evening and met a man named Joe. Joe was apparently desperate for cash, so the two decided that they would rob Bill. They then went to Bill's residence and Joe knocked on the door. As soon as the door opened, Joe rushed inside and pulled the door closed behind him, preventing Taylor from entering. Taylor then left Bill's house and waited at a local McDonald's. When she returned, Joe had already loaded 2 of Bill's TVs into Bill's vehicle. They then drove to a nearby pawn shop where Joe pawned the TVs for cash.
What did she have to do with it?
You think Joe's going to put this back on you again?
Go.
Of course. It's okay.
Why is it okay?
Because I know I didn't do it. God, Joe, where he was.
What are the chances they go to the casino and there was no Joe?
At this point, Taylor refused to elaborate and became less and less responsive. She then asked the detectives if she could speak to her mother, to which they agreed. After a short conversation with her mom, Taylor became emotional and seemingly more transparent with the detectives.
So now what I would like to ask you for you to tell us the truth.
The truth? I mean, I told y'all the truth today, but I didn't tell y'all all of it. But I told y'all the truth.
Just start from the beginning. Whatever you told us in the past, we're not going to even bring it up. Just tell us from the beginning what happened and exactly the truth the way it happened, okay?
Joe came over that night, and I told him where he lived, and he asked me what he had in the house, and I told him that he didn't have shit. Like, he didn't have nothing to even do anything with. He's like, will you knock on the door? I knocked on the door. And then he went in, I left. That's when I went to McDonald's. And I came back. He told me he took care of it. And I didn't kill him, no. I didn't do nothing like that.
When he said he took care of it.
He told me that at the casino because I kept asking him what happened. I kept asking him what happened. He kept telling me that he took care of it, that it's okay, that he just kept telling me that he's like, to get rid of those TVs, blah, blah, blah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but like killing somebody and just leaving the body there isn't necessarily taking care of it, really, is it? I feel like it's a misuse of the phrase. You didn't really take care of shit. You kind of just left it there. Am I stupid, or is her story not making sense? Oh, it's making no sense whatsoever. That's kind of why I also said that, because it doesn't really make any fucking sense.
He said I'm not touching him. And that's when I had Pete on him. Like, I didn't know. If I knew all that, I would have took his car. Believe me, if I knew he was dead like that. Where, you know, like,
I understand that you're scared, okay? I'm not dealing with what you're having to deal with, but I can understand that it's got to be hard.
I did not kill that man. I'm not a killer. I'm so far from a killer out there. I'm just a drug addict. That's it.
Did Joe have any blood or anything on him?
I can't wait for the news to be like, please pull the casino footage, and there was no Joe.
I mean, he was dark. He had dark clothes.
She's still high? No. So, depending, I mean, this is nuanced, as most things are, but clearly when it comes to something like this, especially because this is technically like a murder they're trying to investigate, knowing that she was high when they grabbed her initially, they probably kept her in jail for a couple of days on purpose with the intention to sober her up, but also like make her sweat a little bit. So she's probably just having withdrawals and is also probably just fucking lying. So
what was his demeanor like? How was he acting?
Like a man, like just bossy. Like, hurry up, just put it in the car. Like stuff like that. Like, it was just bossy and just mean.
Why would he be saying put it in the car? Did you help get the TVs in the car?
No, I get out there on the key. I was like, go in the car.
Where can we find Joe right now?
At that trailer.
At that trailer?
Yeah.
Unlike Sean, Joe happened to be a real person. Following this interrogation, he was successfully located and arrested on a drug charge. Joe claimed that he didn't know a Bill Du Bois, nor did he ever go near his residence. However, he was able to provide some crucial information to help the investigation.
Joe is real.
I'm taking cuffs off. How's that wrist? All right, so
this is the real Joe
tell
Mama
me
chat.
about Taylor Elkins. How do you know her? Oh, from the casino. From the casino? Mm-hmm. Which one? No, Pecola. Okay. How long have you known her? 6 months. 6 months? And you met her at the casino? You know, I did meet her. Okay.
According to Joe, the last time he saw Taylor was Wednesday night at the casino.
Where did y'all meet up at? Casino. She had 2 TVs in the back car trying to
Why is his face blurred? Probably for his privacy, because he didn't have shit to do with this.
She said she had to pay rent or electric or something. So she talked to you about pawning some TVs. So,
apparently, Joe knew a friend named Pete who was willing to pawn the TV for them.
here's
Police had
another guy.
access to a database that tracked local pawn shop activity. Using this
That's
system,
true, by
they
the
were
way.
able to locate Pete, the TVs, and the...
Very common, in case that's something somebody isn't aware. Police could just track the pawn shop records. It's not like the pawn shop. It's not like pawn shops don't have records, by the way. Like, you can't just steal something and then go to the pawn shop and it's gone. Like, that's very trackable, such like most other things that exist in this world. It's very hard to get away with crimes nowadays. Not that you should be trying that, but the video I want to work on explains in depth why, not in depth, but a huge reason why crime goes down and has been for decades. And it's because the advancement of technology makes it harder for things like this to be done, because there's so many more threads and trails than had been originally. We're never getting that video. Wrong. You can go to the Crime Time channel right now and notice that all of the reactions that I had on there are gone and being scheduled for the regular channel, because I'm currently working towards making that happen. So fuck you. I used my Prime sub for a trans woman, but I'm high as fuck and the ads pissed me off, so enjoy your $6, you monster.
7 months. Didn't realize it has been that long.
I swear it'll be worth your time, brother. I'm always live, so you'll have no ads a lot. So your $6 is very helpful.
The name of the pawn shop.
Appreciated.
Officers visited this pawn shop and gained access to the surveillance footage. They were able to confirm that it was in fact Pete who pawned the 2 TVs. Pete was initially reluctant to speak with the authorities as he was afraid of being charged for pawning stolen items. But under the pressure of the interrogation room, he seemed more than ready to cooperate.
Oh God, we're getting too many people.
Yes, sir.
You're Peter.
I'm Detective Taylor. I'm gonna ask you some questions here in a second. We'll show you something right here. It's a pawn ticket for Midland Pawn this week. Yes, sir. Okay? Mm-hmm. Where you pawned a couple of TVs. Yes, sir.
Pete told the detectives that he first met Taylor on Thursday morning when he pawned the TVs for her.
Where'd you get those TVs at? I got those TVs from a girl named Taylor Elkins. Okay. How do you know Taylor? I just knew her as a mutual friend. And she told me she didn't have an ID or something, and that they weren't
Is that
stolen
Joe?
or
No, this
anything
is
like that.
Pete.
And she
There was a Joe.
told me to go pawn. So I did.
Who did
Both
meet
Joe
her at the
and
casino.
Pete claimed that they were unaware
Joe
that the
Pete.
TVs were stolen.
Joe
Joe
Pete.
merely wanted to help a friend, while Pete was hoping to make a quick buck. To prove that they weren't complicit
fan.
in the robbery, detectives went through Joe and Pete's phones. According to their GPS data, neither of them were near Bill's apartment at the estimated time of the crime.
Another example for my phone video. oh, look at that. Somebody's phone immediately exonerating them or catching them. Isn't it cool how your phone is constantly watching and taking information from you? The biggest snitch strikes again. Exactly, dude. Exactly.
This meant that Taylor was the only one near Bill's home around the time of the murder. Except there was one more person right next door.
I can't remember what time it was. I heard something fall.
Remember Bill's neighbor who heard the strange noise? While investigators were looking into Taylor's records, they discovered that she had previously lived at the same address as this man. As it turns out, he is Taylor's grandfather. Upon this new discovery, Taylor's grandfather became a key witness in the case and was brought in for questioning.
Well, let me ask you a few questions this morning. See if maybe you can help us out a little bit.
What?
Let's talk about your granddaughter, Taylor.
Okay. What about it?
What kind of relationship or involvement with Bill does she have?
Bill?
Your dead neighbor.
Oh, no. Well,
yeah, he is wearing the same shirt. That's awesome.
Maybe he used to call me something. I don't know.
Okay, so let's go back to Tuesday because, you know, you heard the noise.
That's my shirt.
Tuesday
That's
night.
my favorite
Was
shirt.
she at your house late Tuesday?
Yeah.
And did she leave from there or did you go to bed and she was still there?
When I went to bed, she was laying in the front room and my client covered up with a quilt.
Mm-hmm.
He recounted waking up from a loud noise and lying awake, listening for anything else. Eventually, he fell back asleep. He woke up early the next morning and Taylor had already left.
So she was gone and Bill's car was gone?
His car, when I looked out the window,
yeah, low-key purple looks good
she
on
was
him,
gone,
bro.
it was gone.
It was gone.
Authorities wanted to ensure that Taylor's grandfather wasn't lying to protect her, so they requested a polygraph test. He refused to take this test and instead told them that their theory was correct. He was just trying to protect Taylor. He confessed that not only did Taylor return to his apartment that night, she also immediately changed out of her clothes and hid them. He then agreed to a search of his apartment and to assist in locating the hidden clothes. The clothes were found in a pile of laundry and had blood stains on them. They were...
Hello? Whoa. Hello? Where'd you go? Life alert, I fell. Ah, what happened? Stop. What happened? Ah! What the fuck? Why did it do that? Why did... I smacked my forehead and the camera fell backwards. How did that happen? Telekinesis. All right. I don't know what the hell just happened, bro.
Gathered and sent to the crime lab for further analysis.
I don't
While
even know what my
investigators
original
awaited
thought
the
was.
results,
That was crazy.
Taylor was subjected to a polygraph test herself. Unfortunately, there is no footage of this test publicly available. However, the moment when she has delivered her results was captured clear as day.
Just to reiterate, you can refuse to take a polygraph test. Also, you refusing that will not be an admission of guilt or anything admissible in the middle of court. Not even the results are admissible in court. So, kind of just an intimidation tactic. Fun fact. But I doubt she knows this. Sounds like she's going to collapse over it.
Test results are not good. Showing that you were showing deception.
Deception?
Mm-hmm. Deception means that you're trying to deceive. You're not being truthful.
I am. I am.
Got him.
I brought this in here to show you.
Bruh.
You see that question that says R5? And that big spike on it?
What does it mean?
It means you were lying.
About what?
The R5 was when I asked you, were you present when he was attacked? You were lying to me when I asked you in the test, were you present when he was attacked?
Not when he was killed. But attacked, maybe, not killed.
Then why would it show that you were showing deception on that one too?
I don't know about that one.
Because the reading, I'm going to show you in just a second. When I ask you, did you kill him?
Our polygraph test
Your
not that
reading is
accurate.
stronger
Yeah,
than
literally
that.
not at all.
I had to turn the sensitivity down to keep it on the chart.
Here's your opportunity. You got to complete. This is going to send you to prison.
Despite the horrendous polygraph test results, Taylor held her ground, changing her story multiple times along the way.
You mean the completely inadmissible polygraph results because they're just literally useless and used as an intimidation tactic for the police because they can't prove anything. They're inconsistent and they've been proven inconsistent. That's why you'll be shocked to know only the police fucking use them because they're not useful.
Detective Jeff confronted her about it, but became frustrated when she responded with attitude.
Okay. Of course, all along you realize you told me you didn't do that. First you said your grandpa put the TV in the
police
car.
lie about your results.
I know, but I still got to cover all this. Do you not understand that?
That's a tough one because, yeah, I mean, technically the police can lie in interrogations under the guise of trying to solve a crime. So I haven't really heard of them faking the results, though. I don't have an answer for you. Oh yeah, it's absolutely, yeah, it's a great comment. That's propaganda. They literally make like films make polygraphs seem legitimate as a cop propaganda tactic. I don't know how it intentionally done. It's just more that they're like, whoa, so cool, wires, and they have to lie but not get caught lying. It's so cool. But it's also like kind of a way to make people be like, the lie detector. It's to trick people too.
Okay, I still got to cover this. There's no reason to be argumentative with me.
Oh,
I'm trying to clarify right now.
No, you're not. You're trying to accuse.
No, I'm not. Well, there's nothing to accuse. You're already in jail.
Oh, really? But who ain't?
Okay. Okay, did you not tell me in our first interview you went back the next morning to try to take him to work?
But I didn't.
What do you mean, but who ain't? I'm
And
not.
I stayed gone all day.
Okay, but you told me you did, so you didn't?
Oh, my God.
I'm just trying to clarify.
Because you're just getting on my nerves right now. I'm not in the mood today. I've had...
Well, I really don't give a shit if you're in the mood or not.
Of course you don't.
All right?
You're a rude person.
I'm not a rude person.
Yes, you are.
You're a rude, cold, heartless murderer. That's what you are.
No, I'm not.
If you look at you, you have no defense for yourself.
I'm not, though.
You killed that old man, and you're proud of it, and I'm going to show this to the juror, and they're going to put you in prison for the rest of your life. If you don't get the death penalty.
Like, you're screaming at me.
Yeah, I am, but you know what? Because you're a murderer.
No, I'm not.
100%.
No, I'm not.
100%.
No, I'm not.
You think this is a game?
No, I'm getting annoyed.
Well, I'm getting annoyed, too. I'm getting annoyed that this old man is dead, and you're responsible for it. That's what annoys me. You're 100%. You set it up. You're the one that said, let's go rob him. You just told us that.
Set up the fucking
You just told us that. He died because of your plan. Guess what that puts on you? You want to take a guess that you're so damn smart? Huh? It puts murder on you.
Okay, well, I didn't kill nobody. So
You did.
Anyways, I'm
You
done.
did.
Following this blow-up, Taylor stuck to her story, continuing to maintain her innocence. She was ultimately escorted back to her cell, where she remained until her court proceedings.
Unfortunately,
In the
the
following
good move
days,
by
Taylor's
her.
fellow inmate contacted the Fort Smith Police Department with some intriguing information.
So let's start from the beginning.
my
I mean,
God.
tell me what she's told you about how all this
I
started.
don't care. Oh, she said, well, it started out as a robbery gone wrong. She had dealt with him before, but it was never for pills. He didn't even have pills. It was for money. She was high. She said that she went over there with just intentions of robbing him. He was in his underwear because he was getting ready to go to bed, and she was asking him for money, and he didn't have any. He was going to bed, and he had to do next day. And she got mad, and she hit him with the hammer 36 times.
This statement seemed to be the nail in the coffin for Taylor. However, because it came from another inmate, detectives were uncertain about its credibility. At this point, the crime lab had finally wrapped up their forensic analysis. They confirmed that the blood on Taylor's clothes belonged to Bill, and the hair taken from Bill's hand matched Taylor's DNA. Despite the absence of a murder weapon, the blood found on Taylor's clothes provided sufficient physical evidence to conclude that Taylor was responsible for Bill's death. On October 9th, 2019, Taylor Elkins was charged with the first-degree murder of William Bill Du Bois.
Now police say Taylor Elkins is the person responsible for William Du Bois's murder. Elkins previously faced charges of hindering apprehension and theft by receiving when police say they found her with Du Bois's car. While Susan says she's glad this day has finally come, the months she spent waiting for answers made this process even more difficult.
Rather than pursuing the death penalty, State Prosecutor Dan Shu asked Bill's wife, Susan Du Bois, if she was open to the idea of offering Taylor a plea deal. Surprisingly, Susan wholeheartedly supported this option. Taylor later agreed to the deal in order to avoid going to trial. She confessed to the police that it was her plan to rob Bill, but it was not her plan to kill Bill. She went to his apartment unaccompanied on the night of Tuesday, July 9th, and after she discovered that Bill was not carrying any cash, she, quote, knocked him on the head with a hammer. As a result of her plea deal, Taylor was spared the death penalty, and on January 15th, 2020, she was sentenced to 40 years in prison. She will be eligible for parole after 28 years.
William Du Bois Jr.'s wife says in court, Taylor Elkins never apologized and she never said why she killed the 72-year-old. But despite all that, his wife says she's okay with the plea deal. 21-year-old Taylor Elkins will have to serve at least 70% of her 40-year sentence, which equals 28 years until she'll be eligible for parole. 72-year-old William Du Bois Jr. worked as a teacher in Fort Smith for more than 40 years. In July, he was found dead inside his Fort Smith duplex. Family members say he was hit in the head with a hammer. Elkins was staying with her grandfather right next to Du Bois Jr. when the murder happened. She had his car when police found her. Today, she pleaded guilty to first-degree murder.
Since Bill was an Army veteran, he was honored with a town-wide funeral and was laid to rest in the National Cemetery in Fort Smith. Taylor Elkins is currently serving her sentence at the McPherson Women's Unit in Newport, Arkansas.
Click. Yup. Yeah. Yep. That'll about do it. What else is there to say? I mean, drug addiction is a tough thing. Makes people do some pretty awful stuff. She will be a minimum of 48 when she is released, if she gets out on parole after half of her sentence. Or 70%. That is crazy. Minimum, she'll be 60. Totally different person. She will live her entire young adult and middle-aged life in jail. Isn't that crazy? That's why it's called life in prison, even though it's technically not. Yeah, that's how it goes. Anyway.